This is Barry Zalma on insurance. I'm an attorney who's retired from the practice of law and now spend my time as an insurance claims consultant and expert witness, an author and producer of these videos. Today I'd like to talk about my newest book, the Homeowners Insurance Policy Handbook, which is now available as both a Kindle book and a paperback from Amazon.com. Of all the insurance acquired in the United States, the most common is the homeowner's policy, and its sister, the tenant's policy, that covers everything a homeowner's policy covers but the structure. Homeowner's insurance is nothing more than a contract between a person seeking insurance and an insurer who promises to protect the insured against the risks of loss to certain described property or liability to third parties. The insurer can be set up as a stock insurance corporation, a mutual insurance company, an interinsurance exchange, or a syndicate of insurers riding through an insurance marketplace like Lloyd's London. The person insured can be an individual, a corporation, a partnership, a limited liability company, a limited liability partnership, a joint venture, or any other legal entity. Homeowners insurance is obtained by the person or entity seeking insurance, the insured, making contact with the insurer as a prospective insured seeking insurance. The contract can be direct to the insurer or by contract through the services of an agent or broker. The homeowner's policy is a specialized policy of insurance that protects the homeowner from certain risks of loss to the real and personal property at the home, the exposure the insured faces for injury to a household employee, and the exposure the insured faces to liability for bodily injury or property damage caused to third parties. The insurer promises to indemnify the person or persons insured if the dwelling or its contents are damaged by an identified cause of loss. The insured, on the other hand, promises to pay a premium and fulfill the conditions of the policy. There are three ways a prospective insured may obtain a policy of insurance. 1. Contact with an insurance agent. 2. Contact with an insurance broker. Or 3. Contact with a direct writing insurer. An insurance agent is a person authorized by and on behalf of an insurer to transact insurance with the insurer. An insurance agent transacts insurance with individuals or entities on behalf of the insurer. The insurance agent is licensed by the state where he or she does business and is professionally obligated to represent its principal, the insurer, whether the prospective insured or the insurer, or sometimes both. An insurance broker, on the other hand, is a person who transacts insurance with but not on behalf of insurers. Like insurance agents, brokers are licensed by the state or states in which they do business. The insurance broker is professionally obligated to represent its principal, the prospective insured, and be certain that the facts stated in the application for insurance are correct and complete. Failure to do so can place the broker in a position of being held responsible for losses suffered by the insured or for suit from the insurer. The broker has available the entire insurance market to submit the application. Using the broker's experience, training, education, and skill, He or she will submit the application to multiple insurers the broker believes would be interested in accepting the application and would be willing to make an offer to insure the applicant. Because all an application is a request to an insurer for an offer of insurance. Because of the multiple markets available to the insurance broker, multiple offers will be received. The broker will then meet with the applicant, present the various offers, and explain the different coverages each offer and whether the lowest offered premium is also the best buy, since often a low premium offer may result from limited coverages. Working together, the broker and the applicant will decide which offer to accept, which to reject, and which provides the greatest coverage for the lowest price. Now, how is insurance acquired? With the assistance of an insurance agent or insurance broker who works with the prospective insured to prepare a thorough and accurate application for insurance. The insurance application is a request by the prospective insured seeking offers from an insurer to provide a homeowner's insurance policy, insuring the prospective insured against certain specified risks of loss. Most insurers use a form application prepared by the Association for Cooperative Operations Research and Development, ACORD for short. For nearly 50 years, ACORD has been a nonprofit, industry-owned organization that enables the success of the global insurance industry by leveraging the flow of data and information across all insurance stakeholders through relevant and timely data standards. ACORD is the global standard-setting body for the insurance and related financial services industries. ACORD facilitates fast, accurate data exchange and efficient workflow through the development of electronic standards, standardized forms, and tools to support their use. ACORD members worldwide include hundreds of insurance and reinsurance companies, agents and brokers, software providers, financial services organizations, and industry associations. ACORD maintains offices in New York and London. ACORD engages more than 4,000 participating organizations spanning 100 countries. With the tools and resources provided by ACORD, its members are equipped to address current business and technology imperatives while influencing and shaping the future. The ACORD application seeks information from the prospective insured, sufficient facts that will allow the insurer to make an intelligent decision whether to accept or reject the prospective insured as an insured of a homeowner's policy and the terms and conditions of the policy needed. Some of the questions requested that must be provided truthfully and in reasonable detail include 1. The name and address of the insured. 2. The address of the property, the risk of loss of which the prospective insured wishes to insure. 3. Identity information like telephone numbers, fax numbers, and email addresses. 4. The effective dates of coverage sought. 5. The date the agent last inspected the property. 6. How long the agent has known the applicant. 7. The applicant's date of birth and marital status. 8. Previous addresses of the applicant if less than 3 years at the location. 9. The applicant's occupation. 10. The applicant's employer and years employed. 11. Coverages desired for the dwelling. 12. Full value replacement costs. 13. Other structures. 14 personal property, 15 loss of use, 16 personal liability, 17 medical payments, 18 deductible, 19 forms on endorsement, 20 payment plans, including underwriting and rating information that includes the construction type, whether it's siding, stucco, vinyl siding, cedar, wood shingle, EIF, SCB, or on cinder block, EIF, SS on studs. Usage type is the dwelling primary, secondary, seasonal, or farm structure. Year built, number of rooms and number of families, market value, total living area, basement area, garage area, rating credits, whether he's a smoker or a non-smoker, whether there's manned security or electronic, lightning protection, off-premises theft exclusion, whether it's in the city limits, what is the fire district, what type of foundation, is there any fuel storage, is there a swimming pool above or ground or in ground, whether the fences are approved, prior coverage with the name of the insurer, policy number, and its expiration date, loss history with loss date, loss type, description of loss and amount paid, and optional coverages requested. The ACORD application will also ask for general information, including other insurance with the company, whether any coverage has been declined, canceled, or non-renewed during the last 3 years, whether the applicant had a foreclosure, repossession, bankruptcy, or filed bankruptcy during the last 5 years, whether the applicant had a judgment or lien during the last 5 years, whether the applicant has any other residence not listed on any application owned, occupied, or rented by the applicant. During the last 5 years, was the applicant indicted for or convicted of any degree of crime of fraud, bribery, arson, or any other arson-related crime? Whether there was any business conducted on the premises, and if so, what? This is probably more important now with people working from home because of the COVID problems. Whether there are any residence employees, whether there is any flooding, brush, forest fire, or landslide hazard, whether there are any animals or exotic pets kept on the premises. Is the property on more than 1 acre? And if so, how much? Are there any uncorrected fire or building code violations? Is the dwelling for sale? Is the property within 300 feet of a commercial or non-residential property? And if so, describe. Is there a trampoline on the premises? Was the structure originally built for other than a private residence and then converted? Is there any lead paint? Are there approved carbon monoxide and fire alarms? Is the named insured the owner of the property? Who has an interest in the property in addition to the named insured? All these may seem to be overburdening, but they're really fairly simple and provide an insurer with enough information to discriminate as to which risks it wishes to take. And at the end, right above the signature of the insured, the application warns the applicant of the danger of presenting false information that can cause the policy to become void and expose the insured to criminal penalties. The application's extensive. It was designed by ACORD or by the insurer itself so that the insurer will have enough information to make a reasonable, informed decision to either take on the risk of a homeowner's policy or refuse to take on the risk. The agent should work with the applicant to make sure that the applicant understands each of the questions posed by the application, ascertains that each question is answered truthfully before presenting the application to an insurer or insurers represented by the agent. Since a homeowner's policy, like every policy of insurance, contains an implied covenant, that is, a promise or agreement that each party will treat the other with the utmost good faith and deal fairly It is the obligation of the applicant to be absolutely truthful in responses to each of the questions posed by the application, because the statements in the application are the bases of the decision of the insurer to offer to insure the applicant. The insurer, by law and tradition, has the right and obligation to rely upon the truthfulness of the applicant in making a wise discrimination on whether or not to insure the applicant. Failure to be absolutely truthful can cause an underwriter to be deceived and place the applicant in a position where a claim may be rejected or a policy declared void. Once the agent or broker are satisfied the application is accurate, then they submit it to the underwriter. If the insurer accepts the application, it will present an offer to insure the applicant with detail on the risks the underwriter is willing to take. This video was adapted from my newest book, the Homeowners Insurance Policy Handbook, which is available as both a Kindle book and a paperback from Amazon.com. If you found this video to be useful to you or of interest, please pass it on to your colleagues and friends. It's free. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel, my Rumble channel, and my blog so that you can be advised of future videos and blog postings. Thank you for your attention.